it's been widely reported we've had an interest, but they now go on to say that Liverpool have entered the race to sign him. This video is being sponsored by our friends at Surfshark. Now, you've probably heard people talking about VPN providers a lot, and I'm going to explain to you why it's a plus and why hopefully you should go with our friends at Surfshark. So Surfshark is an app or browser extension that allows you to look at the internet entirely anonymously and unlock the world's largest Netflix libraries, the likes of the USA and Japan. It also keeps you safe and secure from hackers. Let's imagine you're out and about, you're having a cup of coffee, you're in college, you're in the pub, something like that. They use industry-leading measures, uncrackable encryption, and the most secure VPN protocols to keep you safe and secure while you're having a look on the internet. Also, one subscription will run across all of your devices, meaning that there is no need to look elsewhere. One subscription, you got your phone covered, your laptop covered, whatever it is that you need. Surfshark is really easy to install as well. And right now, you can get an amazing 85% off and 3 months additional free by using our link in the description and the code Anfield Agenda at checkout. That is 85% off and 3 months additional free, meaning it works out at less than $2 a month. Now, this offer runs until the end of this year only. So if you're looking for a VPN provider, look no further. Our friends at Surfshark have got you covered. What is up, my friends? You're welcome along to tonight's Late Night Agenda, where I am going to take you through the latest news surrounding Liverpool Football Club. You can probably guess by tonight's thumbnail and stream title that we are going to be talking about Mohammed Kudus in the main. A little bit on Naby Keita as well. But let me start off by saying thank you to everyone for your continued support. I know that Liverpool news is a bit thin on the ground with the World Cup being on, so I appreciate you still tuning in and watching. And I'm going to try and genuinely keep you up to date as much as I can throughout the World Cup. So look, it was a blank drawn today for Uruguay and Darwin Núñez in his foray into the World Cup. Second game for Uruguay, second game without a goal. I think it's safe to say he won't be winning the Golden Boot. In fact, it'll go down to the last game just to see if Uruguay can qualify. And it's been underwhelming from him and from Uruguay as a whole. The service wasn't great, but the few bits and pieces he did have today, he just didn't look like he was at it. And you know what? I don't care. I really don't mind if he does well for Uruguay or not. I just want him to do well for Liverpool. And my main objective is to get him back from this tournament fit and ready to go. So look, let's move on to the big story of the day. And that is news that we brought you guys a few days ago that Liverpool had sent scouts to have a look at Mohammed Kudus at the World Cup. They were there for his opening game. And they were there, I think, again for the second game. But certainly the news has come out today. It's been published by many accounts across the internet. And one particular journalist whose name escapes me at this moment time. I'm going to try find his name so I can give him the credit. Oh, Mike Vervage. Is that how you pronounce it? Vervage. Is being credited with the news on this one. But look, it's been widely reported we've had an interest, but they now go on to say that Liverpool have entered the race to sign him. I think the numbers that I'm hearing, although it is difficult to gauge exactly what they might be, 50 million euro seems to be in and around the price point. Now, we have, of course, come up against this gentleman in the Champions League, and if my memory is not mistaken, I think he scored against us. Other than that, though, I have to say, I don't know a whole lot about him. I haven't followed his career progression, but if he's playing for Ajax, he certainly has a decent skill set. So I want to know, what do you guys think? Would you be happy if Liverpool were to bring him in? Where would you see him fitting in the starting 11 is another question I'd like to know. Yeah, look, it is a story that probably has an element of truth to it. How far along we may be in our interest, or how far or close to a bid we might be, I don't know. But he certainly has been impressing in his performances during the World Cup, and it's no surprise to me that Liverpool are interested in good players. So yeah, I want to know your take on it. I want to know if you think the 50 million euro or 50 million pound price tag that's being thrown around is fairly realistic. I know that there is a difference of a few million there, the pound and euro valuations, but yeah, I'm being honest again to say this is one of those links and one of those players that I'm looking to you guys in the chat to give me a bit of an insight to the Ajax midfielder. We do need to strengthen the midfield. There's no argument there. And, you know, if he can be gotten in January, brilliant. Let him come in, do a job. If he's who Jurgen Klopp wants, that's all I'm really interested in. You know, the question that most of us have been asking from a Liverpool transfer perspective has been, has the FSG news about the club being up for sale put a dent in our transfer activity in January? And it's looking like maybe we are going to do some business. I think that's a smart thing to do. FSG cannot run the risk of Liverpool not qualifying for the Champions League if they're looking to sell the club. You know, handing off a club in the Champions League is a far more attractive proposition than a club who have fallen out of it and look may need, to an outsider, to look like that we need bigger surgery than we do. I don't think we're that far away. 2 midfielders, maybe another wide attacking player in the summer. We're good to go. Maybe 3 midfielders all in by the time the summer comes around. But so, Mohammed Kudus, yes or no? Let me know in the comment section. Is he somebody that you would like to see come to Liverpool? Look, from the consensus we had in our live chat during the game, yes, a definitive yes, forever yes, seemed to have been the answer. But I'm well aware that, you know, many football fans can sometimes have a bit of match of the day fever when a player has scored recently or put in a good performance. So as a whole, I'm looking for you guys. Even if you're not a fan of Liverpool Football Club, I genuinely would love to know your take on the guy. He looked decent when we played against Ajax, but as I said, I like to try and be honest. I haven't kept up to date with his career in the main, so I'm not sure if this guy is a future absolute worldie or if he's somebody who could come in and do a job. But either way, we need midfielders, so when we're linked to somebody in that position, it's a good starting point for me. I want to move on to something else, actually, before I let you guys go this evening. Bit of a strange stat, but would you believe that Naby Keita, yes, that Naby Keita, has the 4th highest points per game in Premier League history? Now, I don't know if that's a coincidence. I don't know if some of us have massively underappreciated what Naby's done since being at the club, but I'm going to carry on what I've always said. I don't want Naby Keita getting a new deal at Liverpool Football Club because I don't think he's earned a new deal at Liverpool Football Club. I know people don't want to see players go for free, particularly when you've spent in excess of 50 million quid to bring him in from RB Leipzig, but I think it's just time to draw a line under the whole Naby Keita thing and move on, personally. Other interesting news today, which is not really Liverpool related, but it has been widely reported that the entire Juventus board, including Nedved and Agnelli, have all resigned. Now, this will be a story that I'm going to keep an eye on because, you know, they were one of the 3 teams left that were pushing for the Super League. We know that Juventus have some financial difficulties. They've overstretched a little bit in recent years, according to reports, and Agnelli is part of the Agnelli dynasty that I think own Fiat and are pretty much the majority shareholders, if not owning all of Juventus Football Club. So if he's resigned today along with the entire Juventus board, that's something that I think will make the world of football sit up and take notice. So any Juve fans out there that can give me some insight in the comments on this, again, I would appreciate it because it's a big news story. Just from the World Cup, we've seen that Ronaldo thought he had another goal today, by the way, and it was credited to Bruno Fernandes. I didn't even cop it in real time. I assumed that Cristiano Ronaldo had got a touch on it. He didn't. The goal was given to Bruno Fernandes, and then the second goal in the game was a penalty. And this is a good conversation point. I don't think that was a penalty because the player had to put his hand down to break his fall. That's my take on it. But again, it's nothing to do with Portugal. Portugal don't make the decisions, and Bruno Fernandes stepped up and scored the penalty. But for me, that's one of them. If his hand isn't there, he's going to hurt himself. So I want to know your take on it because it definitely did divide comments during our live watch along of the game. So look, that's pretty much it from me today. You can expect a video almost every day throughout the World Cup to keep you up to date with both the Liverpool players who are taking part. Of course, we've seen Alisson Becker keep another clean sheet. A Casemiro goal gave Brazil a 1-0 win against Switzerland, which will see them safely through to the round of 16. And again, Alisson in good shape there for the Golden Club. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on all things Liverpool related. If you're enjoying the World Cup or not, is Mohammed Kudus is good enough, and anything else that I've mentioned on tonight's video. I do appreciate your support as always, my friends, and do join us tomorrow where we'll be doing a watch along on our Twitch channel of the England-Wales game with thanks to our friends at Circle. You can scan the QR code there. But yeah, tomorrow, do join us. And again, maybe you're in a part of the world where you need a VPN. You know what the world's leading VPN provider is. You know what the team at Anfield Agenda use. Check out Surfshark if you are in need of a VPN. As we say in the video in the intro, in my opinion, it's the best VPN provider out there in the world. Very proud to be working with them on a continued basis. And thank you to you guys for tuning in as always. I will talk to you soon. Much love. Bye-bye.